So at the start of this month, my best friend called me and told me something real crazy. Apparently, he bought tickets for me and him to Spain. Uh, that was really crazy, I thought. And so I took it. I went to this life changing trip to Spain with my oldest friend of 20 years. This is the loser's trip that changed everything. At this point, I did not care about anything anymore, so I used my last savings for the trip. So when I was about to arrive, Spain felt strangely similar, like a developed version of my South American home. Yet I was very anxious because I heard that many Spaniards might not welcome immigrants at all, especially Latinos. So, to avoid standing out, I tried to speak Swedish and English at the beginning with my friend, and I pretended that I was just learning Spanish or whatever. Um, I don't know why well, obviously because of what I said before, but I was just overthinking. It was actually surreal. A surreal mix of feeling at home yet out of place, and it pushed me out of my comfort zone a lot in very unexpected ways. On the first day in Spain, I was quite overprotective of my friend. I was worried about his safety and potential theft. My friend, who has traveled to many countries without any trouble, reassured me and helped me realize that I was being overly anxious. He was obviously right. And that shift of mindset allowed me to truly enjoy the trip after a while. And then I could, comfortably start being myself and I could speak Spanish and all that instead of behaving like a total paranoid idiot. But one day before we left, I decided to take half the day off, which meant we were alone, and it was a rainy day, and the city felt almost empty, like if I had the entire place for myself. I walked a long time through the shoreline for like hours, felt like thinking about life and processing everything. It was a very emotional experience. I cried a lot, but I found a sense of peace and acceptance, and that solitary walk changed something in me, and I felt like a much better person afterwards. When I came back to Sweden, I felt different. I was super happy, energized, and the trip gave me a hope and strength for a final push. Even though I had no savings left, I just got my shit together and I started cleaning my home, started cooking, and tried following my schedule. I was motivated and I was ready to face my problems finally. But my best friend, he felt the opposite. He came back to Stockholm and he looked lifeless, like he hated being back, and it made me sad a little bit. And as the days went on, I started to understand him more and why. I began to see people in Sweden give up, you know, so easy and fall into depression, exactly as I did. By the way, I don't know what to show now, so I will show a mix of Spain and the things I've been doing this month. So here you go. But anyway, Sweden has become a country where everything is so controlled. I even been trying to get my diagnosis for autism and other mental issues that I had since I got fired from the other job that broke me down. Um, It's been a year since I started that process, and when I finally get started giving me when they start giving me attention, they just send me through another pointless step and like doing rehab test again, even though I already did that after prison. It's just annoying. It sucks. Whether it's mental health, physical health, or if you're trying to get help from the government, you have to prove everything constantly in different ways that are very annoying. And like when I applied for financial help, I had to document every single job application, what day, what time, what they said, screenshots of it all. It's overwhelming. And I get why my best friend feels the way he does. I have another friend who's clearly about to give up everything and prefers to live in a tent rather than deal with this system. It really hit me. I do want to help others, but I also realize that I cannot destroy myself doing it. You know, especially for some who doesn't even want to help themselves. I now understand why my mental health kept getting worse here. You try your best, but it's never enough. There's always more pressure, more hopes, and more stress all the time. But despite all that, I've been more disciplined than ever. I followed my routines and done everything I could. And even though it's not perfect, I'm finally seeing results, and that's what matters the most. And that's the summary of my April. I don't know if I told you already, but I also managed to land a job. I'm very happy, and everything changed. Everything changed. Like after 2 days, I arrived. I managed to land a job, so everything is changing. It's crazy how I decided to change, or like how all of this helped me, and suddenly everything is just coming back to me, in a very positive way. So I will keep you updated. I think I found a good editor, so you will not have to suffer through all this crappy editing I'm doing. But yeah, I'm actually starting to get happier, and I'm in peace finally. And more updates. I will try to upload more in different ways. Like I said, I will try to speak with this editor, and she can maybe help me with a lot of things, but we will see about it. And thank you guys, especially Chill Guy, who's always been there for me, bro. Thank you so much, and I hope people can also like stay and maybe get something out of this, which I think you don't right now. I don't know, but yeah, I'm better now, and better times are coming. Goodbye, guys. Have a good one. Majestic.